Hi,
Hi,
we are here.
your lordship, what have you done? Your zooming around caused my mother's torso to start floating away. You could see the void beneath her. That's the secret. It's our horrible, horrible secret. Ah, Arthur! Hello, Arthur. Our horrible secret. We don't have a bottom half. I'm sorry you had to find out this way.
Ay, ay, ay.
Anyway, yeah!
Let's get into the. I'm excited to find out, who killed him.
Yeah, that's how she wins court cases. She just sucks her opponents into the void. Is that how you do it? Mom?
Yeah, I wish. Let's suck everybody into the void.
You just lift up your shirt slightly and a black hole is where your stomach is? Well, so, legally,
Yeah.
would that get you set in contempt of court if you, made the, defense fall into a singularity and cease to exist?
I would pretend it wasn't me.
But would that put you in contempt of court?
No, because I'd pretend it wasn't me.
Would it put a normal lawyer in contempt of court? See, you act like I'm... That's why you have to dress in your Sunday best. To protect everyone from the void.
Yes.
So, the fact is... So, here's just a fun fact you probably didn't know about me, Ma.
What?
For years, until, I think, literally 2 years ago, I thought the phrase was Sunday vest. But, I thought it was it's the vest you wear to church. Not the best clothes you wear to church, but, the vest. I assumed that the phrase came from...
This is very sad.
Why are you shaking your head?
Because it's very sad. This is like I asked you the question. You have to put the name on an envelope when you address it to somebody. Oh no, you just put the address. We don't care who you address it to. Okay.
Oh, yeah, Arthur, since you're here, let's hear your opinion. Apparently...
One of the kids that works with me wanted to know if he had to put the name and address on the envelope when they mailed it, or just the address. Is that good enough? Okay. Okay.
Okay.
It makes me not feel so good about the next future of the world. Anyway.
Honestly, Ma, you might as well just go, yeah, whippersnappers these days.
That's true. I feel like the whippersnappers.
Halftone's the mailman, ask him.
It's crazy. Okay.
Mail, yes. Halftone was summoned by mail talk.
This kid that works with me wanted to know whether when he addresses the envelopes, does he have to put the name on too, or just the address?
Mail gets to where it's addressed sometimes.
And that's true, absolutely. That's true, where it's addressed sometimes.
I personally think that you put the name... Sometimes there are two people with the name Wiener and I mix them up.
It is confusing.
For me, I just think it's right to write the name so people know, oh, this is mail for this person.
That's how you do an address on a letter. You put the name.
I think the name will get to the...
It will get to the address, but then when it gets there, who opens it?
Everyone. It's a family. It's like a present.
It's so silly. So silly. Anyway.
To be fair, Christian kids, they know that you need to put a name on their address. Because they know that when they send a letter to the North Pole, they need to say that it's to Santa.
That's true.
And that's actually an interesting point. If they didn't address it to Santa, they wouldn't get to that, sent to that one place. They don't...
I'm glad the Netflix DVDs went to the wrong winner, because then whoever got it, they had it was a surprise, so you got to watch with something exciting.
Yeah. You could say Smith or something, just went for that name. Halftone. They both lived on a road started with A, and then both names start with M in the same town. Cool.
Absolutely. Okay, let's get going.
Sorry, I like talking about wieners. Let me rephrase.
No, let's get started. Continue.
But this wiener conversation's really great, Ma. Why are you giving me that look?
Just hello. We'll get started.
Day 3 of the investigation. 3:27 p.m. That was a close one, huh, Mia?
Really? Too bad. I saw I missed it.
Maya! His Christian name is Frankfurt. Okay, another fun fact.
What?
So I have a late grandfather named Frank.
He's funny.
Yeah.
One of the ones was my history teacher in high school.
It makes up my own teacher's mail.
Sounds good to me.
No, so I have a grandfather named Frank. And when I was a kid, I genuinely believed Frankfurters were named after him.
You're wackadoodle.
I had some weird opinions when I was. There were just weird things I believed when I was a kid.
Well, yeah.
What?
No, I wasn't gonna say it. Never mind.
Hold on.
The movie Christmas.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. No, we watched a video about weird Christmas movies.
God.
But anyway, Maya.
So what happened?
Well, I think I've got a good idea who did it. Now all I need is a motive and proof. You're doing better than us, Phoenix.
Wow, good going, Nick.
Under the initial trial system, tomorrow is the last day we have.
Initial trial? What's that?
That's the new court system they introduced 2 or 3 years ago. They had so many cases in the system, they decided to speed the whole process up.
So under the system, trials have to end in 3 days?
Thoughts, Ma?
Stupid. I mean, what if I have more evidence?
Well, you better get it within 3 days.
How do you get... I don't think so.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, we've no time to waste. First things first, very important.
Hi.
Look, we need to make sure the plant's okay. Also very important. Anyway,
Start with the Steel Samurai.
let's first talk about... So every bad guy can get away with it if they skip town for a week?
It's what it looks like.
I never thought of that!
Gone for a week.
I don't get it, Maya.
Yeah, me either.
Why would Mr. Hammer steal the Steel Samurai costume? So I was going to talk to you about this.
Yes.
We have a bit of an issue here, because it's not an issue because it's very clear Will did not do it, because there's now literally 0 evidence showing he's done it.
True.
Literally 0. The only evidence of him doing it is the picture of the Steel Samurai going to the murder scene.
And we know it wasn't the Steel Samurai.
Also, we have the pill bottle
Right.
that they're investigating for fingerprints.
Right.
So...
Well, it would have been dismissed already long ago, but this is not normal.
But so what? But even now, we have definitive proof it wasn't him.
Well, apparently they want Phoenix to find the actual murderer, not the police.
Exactly.
So it's kind of silly. What? You mean Mr. Hammer was wearing the costume?
Yeah.
But Mr. Hammer was the victim, Nick. Why would he go through the trouble of stealing it?
That's what we have to find out.
What happened with the director's testimony?
Well, it's pretty clear that the producer and the director were both in the trailer.
Huh?
Which means that the killer has to be one of them.
Really? Why?
Because the real scene of the crime was Studio 2, where that trailer is.
What?
Was mine always this excitable? Well, have you noticed anything about might help us?
I can't see what's going on when Mia's here. So, no, I haven't noticed anything.
Right.
Maybe we should go to talk to WP.
WP. Powers, right. Alright. Why does he always look so upset at first?
He just looks Oi.
Miss... Mr. Wright, you did well again today. Thank you. You're right to insult him, but he's not a bad guy. He hasn't done...
No, he's not a bad dude. He just looks like a werewolf.
Do you think he'd look, like, handsome if he, like, shaved?
I don't know. He really does look like a werewolf to me.
Oh, thanks. Did you notice anything of the past day? Nah, my sister took over my body for the day, so I've been in a weird place. Could you not look like you're about to burst into tears?
Wow, Nick, you must have really wowed him in there.
And could you wipe that grin off your face?
Hey, WP, only one day left. Let's make it count.
Yes, but there's not really anything I can do to help.
Ha ha ha. I'm not really sure I can do either.
This is no laughing matter. Can you tell me more about Miss Vasquez? I always swap between Vasquez and Vasquez.
I don't. Vasquez is how I would pronounce it.
Oh, the producer? She's well respected in the industry. They say she's a genius.
A genius?
She's been at Global Studios for 5 years now. Right or wrong, nobody dares tell her different these days. Why is that? Ever since she came on board, we've had nothing but hits. Global Studios was on its knees, but she picked it up and made it shine. Oh, and...
And what?
Nothing, forget it. I've only heard rumors anyhow. Can you tell me anything about Mr. Manella? Oh, he used to be a minor straight-to-video director. Something in his work caught Vasquez's eye. She brought the Steel Samurai idea to him. Now everyone knows the name Salmonella. I mean, I've heard of it even before this game came out.
Yes.
He's pretty much at her beck and call, though. Whenever she says jump, he asks how high and all that. I can imagine him being at a beck and call, though I can't imagine him jumping. Okay.
Good point.
But uncalled for.
I was wondering about Mr. Hammer. He was a big star back in the day, right? But then he just dropped off the face of the earth.
I'm actually curious as to what Salmonella's name is in Japanese.
Well,
yeah. Oh. Yes, you're right. In fact, he was my role model when I started in the business. But he stopped taking big roles. That's when he began to appearing in little productions at Global.
how could he do that? I was really looking forward to a sequel to Samurai Summer.
He just gave up being a star 5 years ago. That was right when Miss Vasquez came to Global.
Aha, we're finding out some kind of an alibi. Some kind of a motive here, huh?
5 years ago.
5 years ago.
Let's go to the studio.
It's a studio.
Just real quick, because it's going to bother me. I'm just very curious as to what his Japanese name is. Because the name Salmonella is disgusting. So I have to wonder what his Japanese name is. And what the pun is in that name.
Well, I think the name Old Bag is plain on everyday ageist.
Well, the name Old Bag, I think she... His name was Takuya Uzai, which comes from the word... Takuya sounds like otaku.
Uh-huh.
Do you know otaku?
Uh-huh.
Do you know what an otaku is?
Not a clue.
Otaku is like a really, really obsessed nerd.
Uh-huh.
And Uzai means annoying. So Salmonella's name...
was Annoying Nerd?
Yeah.
Why couldn't they just call him Annoying Nerd? Said they named him in English after a disease.
I guess the localizers really hated him.
They named him after a disease.
I mean...
Hey,
if I showed you, I mean, looking at this guy, right? Looking at this guy, he does look like a salmonella.
Well, he looks like a disease, that's true, but if his name was Weird Nerd instead of whatever before that, why would they name him?
So her name is, Old Bag's name is Kaoru Oba. Oba comes from Oba-san, which means grandma. So she's literally just Karu, which is just a female name, old lady.
I think that's the localizers are a little bit on the
I'm sorry, calling someone whose name is old lady old
bag is sexist. Not sexist, ageist.
whatever.
It's ageist. The old windbag's sure quiet today. You know, this place is really peaceful like this. Nick? I think a guard's down.
Yeah?
I bet we could even eat donuts in the guard station if we wanted.
You eat, you die.
Phew! She's alive!
I was wondering about T. Vasquez, the producer. Oh, the studio bigwigs love her, so she always gets her way. She seems bitter.
Do you not like the producer?
Look, the studio people don't want me talking about her, so sorry. She seems subdued today.
Yeah, clearly she's having a bad day.
Can I ask you about Salmonella, the director? Sal, he's soft, a pushover, does whatever Vasquez tells him to. He treats him like dirt, but I think he likes it.
Huh? Why would anybody like being treated like dirt? That doesn't make any sense, does it, Nick?
No. No, it doesn't, Maya. Phoenix, I'm just gonna ask you this once, and I'm not here, I'm not here to kink shame. I'm just gonna end that sentence there.
Please, move forward.
Maya, keep this game PG. About Mr. Hammer. I heard about what you said today. Cheeky whippersnapper. Poor old Hammer. You drag a star down from the sky and stomp on it. Calling him a criminal. A thief. I won't forget this. Oh, she's really pissed this time. You listen to me, whippersnapper. My poor old Hammer would never do such a thing. Why would he steal Power's costume so he could sneak by me? He would never stoop so low. It's impossible. It's too loud. I'm too loud when I'm old bag. The mic is actually peaking. Where should we go? Can't really go into Studio 1. Either way, there's no point, because that's
Right,
not...
'cause that's yeah.
Not,
I guess you go to the employee area. I guess they're not filming today either. I don't want to see them filming. I did want to see them filming just one time.
All will be over and done by tomorrow. You can come see them film later.
I guess. This is where you found the bottle of sleeping pills, right?
Uh-huh.
I wonder if there's any other clues lying around.
Yeah! No touching!
Eek.
Oh, sorry, pet. Didn't mean to frighten you.
Didn't you mean? I almost had a heart attack.
I guess I can be a little dramatique at times. I suppose it's the actor in me. Dramatique indeed. Anyway, I'm here to examine the plate on that table. Wait, are you looking for sleeping pills? Yeah, pal, traces thereof. I love Gumshoe's theme.
So you're looking for traces of sleeping pills? How?
For a thorough examination, I gotta take the plate back to the precinct. But I have the capability to make a cursory examination right here. Something just occurred to me. I'll do it on my own time, but I wonder, since we're with Mia, if I go see the ladder in Studio 1 before giving the card to Old Bag, would I get the funny stepladder joke again?
It's not really funny.
It's hilarious. Don't worry, it'll be funny eventually. Science guy gave me some testing solution. This reacts to sleeping pills, see? If there's traces, it'll change color.
Wow, neat. Well, Detective Gunship, what are you waiting for?
Now, everything in due time, pal. Well, the testing solution on the plate changed color, all right. So the food on this plate has been laced with sleeping pills. Looks like it. So yeah, Will Powers is officially 100% not guilty.
Right, because he was sleeping and he had the food.
I mean, he was drunk.
Yeah.
Like, even Edward couldn't get out of this. Anyway, important. Damn it. One day they'll react. How goes your investigation? To tell the truth, it's a real mess, pal. Some people we should pursue the case we already have against Powers. They're idiots. Some people we should switch suspects.
What do you think, Detective Gumshoe?
Well, pal, I hate to admit it, but I'm not sure I buy the case against Mr. Powers anymore. I feel kind of bad for Mr. Edwards, though.
Why?
How is Edward doing anyway? Mr. Edwards is out of control. He was in the waiting room and he crushed his paper cup with hot coffee in it. Whoa. Talk about burns, pal.
Wow, the fury of Edward.
Yeah, crushing paper cups. Cups? Bottles? Say, whatever happened to that empty bottle? Oh, the bottle of sleeping pills? Well, I got some good news for you about that. They found the victim Jack Habit's prints on the bottle.
So that means...
Yep, it sounds like the one who put Powers to sleep was none other than the victim. So who are these idiots who think they should pursue the case against Power?
God only knows. Idiots.
Look, we arrested him first.
So might as well finish up the trial, see what happens.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
This case would have never gone to trial in the real world.
Never. Ridiculous.
Let's see if he has anything to say about these things, actually. Next, got that bottle. Oh, that. Talk about embarrassing, pal. Can't believe I missed that on my first sweep for evidence. Well, now I can apologize to Mr. Edwards.
It must be tough being a detective with all that responsibility.
Looking like Will Powers was drunk. I'm gonna go back to precinct and do some more detailed tests.
You're being very free with your information today, Detective.
Well, don't go telling anybody this, pal. But I was kind of impressed at today's trial, too. Most lawyers would have given up after that director's testimony. I think if it had been anyone but you up there, Powers would have been done for by now. Alright, anything in the dressing room?
Oh, she's back. Oh, hello. What are you doing here? Oh, I was just cleaning up the dressing room. I guess WP won't be using it anymore. What? Why? But WP's innocent. Yes, and I'm really grateful for all you've done. But this week's the last episode of The Steel Samurai. What? No!
I'm wondering if I could ask you about Mr. Hammer.
Yes?
On the day of the murder, he went to Studio 2.
Huh? I thought he went to Studio 1. He stole the Steel Samurai costume, too. What? Why would Mr. Hammer do something like that? Oh, I guess the rumor must be true then. The rumor? Yeah, Miss Vespa's, that producer, had some kind of hold on Hammer. She had some dirt on him. She didn't do anything she said, apparently. Some dirt? What dirt? What dirt? Dirt, you know, the bad stuff. I know what dirt means. About 5 years ago, they were filming a movie starring Mr. Hammer. They were using the new studio, Studio 2. Some sort of accident happened during the filming. After that, they never used Studio 2 again. They left the film set the way it was, too.
Film? Is that trailer part of the film set, then?
What do you mean, The Last Steel Samurai?
It's Brian! She loved her show!
Yes, it's very sad. I know it's a shock, but nothing can be done to save it now. Whoever really did kill Mr. Hammer also signed Steel Samurai's death warrant. No, no! Also, I hear Global Studios is going to change its programming. They're not going to make kids shows anymore.
This is annoyingly real, considering like all the stuff with WB and Discover, and then canceling a bunch of movies that were fully made, and they're just like, nah, we're not going to release them. It's a tax write-off.
Right.
Have you heard about that?
No.
There was like a full Looney Tunes movie, live-action Roger Rabbit-esque movie that was canceled.
Really?
A Batgirl movie, a Scooby-Doo movie. All of these fully made, fully completed, fully acted.
And they never released them?
Yeah, because they decided, yeah, it wouldn't be profitable enough. But if we, cancel them, we can get a tax write-off.
That's awful.
Yeah. A lot of people are angry. Including the actors involved.
I'm sure the actors involved. What? Why? I don't know. It's sad, but that's what Global Studios decided.
How are they going to make kids shows anymore?
The studio bigwigs don't want the Steel Samurai around anymore. They want to forget all this ever happened. Oh, sorry. They want it quiet, you understand? How can they just do that? What about the kids who love the Steel Samurai? It's okay, I'm sure the kids will be fine. They'll find a new hero to follow. No, that can't be true! If the program just ends, they'll be heartbroken for sure. Nick, say something!
Yeah. I think evidence rather than words is called for here. Here, take a look at this.
That's not evidence.
We got evidence.
The attorney's been gonna show?
We got a bunch of stuff.
Okay.
Look at Jack's autopsy report. If the kids lost the Steel Samurai, no, that's not gonna work. Look at Will Powers dragging his foot.
Nope.
Look at this guide map to Global Studios. The kids would love no. Kids love Spears. No. Mr. Monkey.
Or Mrs. Monkey?
We'll skip this one because this is clearly wrong. Anyway, the camera.
That's true.
No, classic glory, obviously.
Yes. Okay.
Look at this team on stage.
And this is?
A fan collected all of these photographs.
The kids love the Steel Samurai.
That's my line.
Oh, sorry.
The kids love the Steel Samurai. Show wouldn't be canceled just so some adults can save face. I would think you would understand that better than anyone.
You're right. Okay. But what can I do?
Well, for starters, you can tell me something. Tell me what is Global Studios so intent on hiding? Tell me about this accident 5 years ago.
Okay.
Can you tell us what happened 5 years ago?
Well, I can tell you what I heard. Apparently, 5 years ago, someone died. And it was Hammer's fault. Someone died? It was an accident, of course. Anyway, the producer, Ms. Vasquez, managed to hush it up.
That's the dirt she had on Hammer.
And that's why Mr. Hammer would do anything Ms. Vasquez asked him to do. But it was an accident, right? Why didn't they just make it public? Well, Mr. Hammer was a big star back then. They were afraid about what would happen to his career if word got out. I see. You know who knows more about this? Miss Oldbag. She was here at the studios back then,
Thanks, we'll try asking her.
Yeah, good luck with that.
If she'll talk.
Yeah, really.
What? You're still slinking around? If you like the place so much, why don't you take over for me?
The old windbag doesn't look so good.
Everybody's doing their darndest to forget Hammer. Who do they think they made Global Studios what it is today? Hammer! Let's all do the Hammer!
She's starting to froth at the mouth, Nick. Maybe we should keep a safe distance.
I wanted to ask you about 5 years ago. Who told? Who did you hear that from? Huh? Nichols! Nichols? Nichols.
Nichols, Nick. Penny Nichols, the assistant we talked to.
Oh, right. Anyway, we heard about the accident. He was during filming with Jack Hammer. He killed a man, didn't he?
Whippersnappers! Drinking up dirt on someone's past like that, and the recently departed, no less. I suppose you think this is fun?
No, I'm just doing my job to protect Mr. Powers.
And you claim that Mr. Hammer stole Powers' costume. Expect me to believe that rubbish? Or do you have some kind of proof?
Proof that Hammer stole Powers' costume.
Yes, it's in the picture.
I'm sorry, Miss Oldbag, but I do have proof. I can prove that Mr. Hammer stole Powers' costume.
Is the camera?
The Wright, the camera. No,
Take that!
the sleeping pills. Here's my proof.
What's a little empty bottle supposed to prove?
The bottle of sleeping pills with Mr. Hammer's fingerprints on it.
What does that prove? I'm sure old Hammer had some sleepless nights. Where's your proof he used those pills on Powers?
That's the food.
Now we use the attorney's badge.
No, the food.
Take that!
Mr. Powers ate a T-bone steak for lunch, correct?
Well, yes, so?
This is the plate that he used to eat that steak. There are traces of sleeping pill powder on that plate.
I see. Poor Hammer. You did wrong, Hammer. Rest your soul.
Oh, Miss Oldbag?
Okay, you win. I'll talk. I'm tired, see? Tired of holding it all in.
Miss Oldbag.
You're right. 5 years ago, there was an accident. A fatal accident. What's worse, a paparazzi took a photo of it. That photo, well, it caused quite a stir. And guess who made it all better? That's Quinn. She has ties to the mafia.
Oh my goodness.
She silenced that paparazzi. That was the beginning. After that, she became a force to be reckoned with here at the studio.
I see.
But you have to understand, poor old Hammer never meant any harm to anyone.
Miss Oldbag?
Hold on a minute.
Poor Miss Oldbag.
Here, take this.
A photograph. Wait a second.
This is the picture.
Is this the trailer in Studio 2?
Hammer was supposed to fight with a bad guy on the top of those stairs there. He pushed the other actor and the man fell onto the flower box fence.
Oh my goodness.
How did you get this?
It was a long time ago. I don't feel much like talking about it.
I understand.
Wow.
Yeah, this case has quite a few layers. It's not just an open-shut murder case.
That's true. Definitely has some depth.
Much more than case 1 or 2.
For sure. Think back, Nick, to the day of the murder. Mr. Hammer put on the Steel Samurai costume, and he left here to go to Studio 2.
Right.
But why? I wonder if someone called him, like the director or the producer.
Do you have any thoughts?
I am thinking that the producer there, set him up for something. Hey, Nick, it's Ms. Vasquez. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Maya, you should at least try to be polite.
I'm watching the clouds.
That's all she had to say, apparently.
Excuse me. Mr. Hammer came here the day of the murder and... Perhaps you didn't hear me. I'm watching the clouds. I'm not interested in talking to you. Do something, Nick. She's really ticking me off.
Oh dear. Oh,
Mr. Powers wasn't the killer. Don't you have to cancel? And you don't have to cancel the Steel Samurai. I think I'm tired of the Steel Samurai.
Arthur says the clouds are apparently on the ground.
Yes. You did it! Nick, she did it! She's the killer! My fate blood speaks to me. I know it.
Oh dear. I was wondering if you could tell me about Mr. Manila.
If you must talk about that, man. Perhaps you could talk about it in the trailer. By yourselves.
Oh dear. She's not even looking. Okay, hey, you look.
Why are you showing that to me, Nick?
Yeah, nothing.
Nothing's there. Nothing's good.
What about this?
Yes, that I would show her.
She's not even looking.
Where?
What?
Where did you get that?
Well,
Old bag.
old?
She means the security lady, Mrs. Oldbag.
Right, anyway. Miss Vasquez, you hid this incident from the press, didn't you? And you used it to control Mr. Hammer.
The wind.
Huh?
It's gotten stronger, don't you think? The wind. The conversation interests me. Let's talk about it more inside the trailer. Nick, she went inside the trailer.
Before we do, I'm curious if now he'll acknowledge this. There's some flowers here.
Wow, so pretty. They're taking good care of these.
Don't get too close. That fence looks dangerous. Still not gonna acknowledge?
Well, that's why it's fence, that's for sure.
Hello, White Fang Copier. Nice to meet you. Or see you. I don't know if I've met you before. I apologize if I have. Thank you. Say hello, Monsai Mom.
Hello, White Fang Copier. Raid!
Yes, do you know what a raid is?
You told me.
Just making sure you remember.
You told me. People came to visit us that we didn't know.
4 viewers.
Awesome.
Anyway.
You came. Well then, what was that we were talking about?
Why'd she so eager to talk all of a sudden? Miss Vasquez, you were using that accident. You were blackmailing Mr. Hammer so you could control him, weren't you? That's why you were doing kids shows for petty change. Oh, actually, before we continue, I always forget to do this. Since you're here, White Fang Copier. 2 underscores? I'm gonna sit there. You're playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. Nice!
Oh,
I've been watching a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! As of late, so. Very nice to hear. I also have that installed on my Steam Deck. I still haven't played it much, but yeah. I definitely want to give that a little go. But I hope you enjoyed Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. Also, before I forget, I'm just gonna post this now since I'm in chat. I also have a Discord for if you ever want to keep up to date about my streams. But anyway, before we do that, let's play the game.
So I'm a blackmailer now.
Well, that's what.
Well, that's what it was, wasn't it? I mean, sure, it was an accident, but you used it to drag Mr. Hammerstein from his rightful place as a star. Oh, I haven't pulled anyone down from anywhere. Mr. Hammer's career went sour on its own accord.
What is this movement you're doing with your fingers? You guys can't see this, but she's like...
It went down.
Yeah, you guys can't see this, but what my mother is doing right now, it's like she's trying to do an impression of like a claw machine in an arcade.
Which is the cheating machine anyway, so go ahead. But you were the cause. You pressured him. And to think it was just an accident. Excuse me? What is this all about? You keep saying accident. Accident. How are you so sure?
What do you mean?
Must I spell everything out for you? Think. That would be that would it be if it wasn't an accident?
One more try. Not that would it be.
What would it be if it wasn't an accident? Right.
No. No way. You mean Mr. Hammer did it on purpose?
That is what I mean.
Where's your proof? Can you prove it?
Just think. Would he have let me run his life for 5 years over a mere accident? And I ran him hard, believe you me. But the security lady said it was an accident. Oh, well, she was a big fan of hammers, you see. She jumped on the reporter who brought that photo into the studio.
I'm really gonna look up if you can buy pipes like that.
What? She wrenched it out of his hand, she did. Gave him a few bruises, too.
Like, how much would a pipe like that cost now? Not that I smoke. You know I don't smoke, but... like...
It is an interesting pipe, that's very true.
I mean, her whole outfit's kind of insane.
I think she's very attractive.
Yes. She is. I like her a lot. So that's why she had the photo.
She's an old fool. Of course, all the reporter would need is negatives. He could have made a copy. But he didn't. The only copy of that photo is the one you hold. Give it to me now. What? This is valuable evidence. Boys!
I like the guy. My favorite is the guy on the left. Look at him. Hey. What is the expression most of them are doing? The rule for joining this mafia is that your mouth has to be slightly to the right.
I guess so.
Who are they?
Professionals. They're good at erasing various things.
So shouldn't she go to jail now since she just is literally threatening to murder?
Well,
Phoenix?
yes, but... What do you think? Would you like to be erased?
What?
The trial ends tomorrow. How unfortunate. It's a shame you'll have to miss it.
Tell me why. Ain't nothing but
I don't
a
think you...
heartache.
Phoenix, you're being a little dense here.
Why do you want this photograph so badly? This is Mr. Hammer's dirt, no? Why should D. Vasquez care about it at all?
I'm sure you'll have plenty of time to think about that where you're going. So long, friends. Boys, erase away. No!
Anyway, that's the end of the stream. Rest in peace, Phoenix. Hold it right there. I heard it freaking pal. D. Vasquez, you're coming down to the precinct with me now.
Huh. Not bad. Very well. It appears this contact will be decided tomorrow then, in court. I'll be looking forward to it.
Hey, you okay, pal? Sorry I was a little late with my entrance. Don't give many chances to practice this sort of thing.
Detective Gumshoe.
Police are actually doing their job for once.
Yeah, really. Thank goodness. He saved the day. He's never saved the day. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I was really scared.
Don't mention it, pal. Just doing my job.
Detective Gumshoe?
Sorry, it's just I've always wanted to say that line ever since I became a detective. Okay, I got one more job to do today. I'm sure we'll run into each other again soon.
Well, Nick, it looks like we're getting close to the bottom of this.
And who's at the bottom? Eve Asquez. Okay, so here's my question.
Yes.
Should we keep going? Because we have only been streaming for, technically, 45 minutes.
How long? I don't think. Can we? I think not.
You want to stop?
You want to finish up? The game?
I've never done a stream shorter than an hour.
So let's finish the game. You think we'll finish the game now?
We can. It'll just be it'll be a bit of a push.
Okay, let's finish the game.
But after that, we got a bunch of stuff to do.
Okay, we'll finish the game. Go for it.
And in terms of in terms of what we're going to be doing next week and the week after, we're gonna have to make a decision because I don't think I want to start another case.
Okay.
Not yet.
Okay, well, we'll finish this up.
All right, speedrun tonight. Let's go. Quarter down session with the right Mr. Power. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Today will be the final day of this trial. The prosecution and the defense will be able to present decisive evidence. Very well, Mr. You have your opening statement. In yesterday's session, the defense presented us with a new theory for this case. He claimed that the scene of the crime was in fact Studio 2. Today I will call up people present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. From their testimonies, the truth will become clear. Very well. Edward seems a bit on edge today. Make all your first witness, Mr. Edwards. The prosecution calls Miss D. Vasquez to the stand. Miss D. Vasquez is a producer who was present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. Will the witness state her name and occupation?
D. Vasquez, I'm a producer for Global Studios.
Oh my god, do you realize what just happened?
Somebody actually answered the question.
Truly, miracles do happen on this planet! On the day of the murder, you were in the trailer in Studio 2.
As everyone here knows, yes? I dislike needless banter. You must pontificate, do it when I'm not here.
Very well, Miss Vasquez. Record your testimony concerning the day of the murder.
Nick, I know she did it. Make her pay.
Right. She's guilty. I'll catch her with her pants down, so to speak.
I entered the trailer, a little before noon. Meeting began at 12 sharp. It ended at 4. There was to be rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. At 2:30, we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer. We found Hammer's body later when we all went to Studio 1. That's all.
A question about one part of your testimony. You were fatigued, so you had Sal take you?
The van. There's a van at Studio 2. I had him take me in that.
Damn, Daniel, look at that van. I keep forgetting you don't get these jokes.
It's fine. I thought it might be risky to walk. What with that monkey's head toppling over?
I see. Very well, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination.
This is the final battle, Nick. Let's do it. I entered the trailer a little before noon.
By yourself?
Yes.
You didn't stop in the employee area.
No.
Are you always this terse?
Yes.
Oh dear. She's certainly the most, if she is indeed the killer, she is certainly the most competent one we've had so far.
Yes.
Did no one leave during the meeting?
No one.
Come on, let's talk a bit more about that. The witness did not come here to engage in idle conversation. Stop interrupting the testimony.
The same could be said to you, Mr. Edgeworth. And please stop banging your little desk. It hurts my ears.
Why is every witness rude to the prosecution and defense?
Fair, what's fair is fair.
Does that happen? Does that happen in real court?
Witnesses are generally not rude.
What happens in court if a witness is rude?
The judge tells them to stop.
What if they don't stop?
Then they can be held in contempt. But most witnesses are not rude. They really aren't.
Why are most witnesses not rude?
Because they're just there to answer questions.
What if... I mean, let's be real. How often does the actual murderer get on the witness stand?
Exactly.
No, that's not a rhetorical question. How often?
Not often.
But has it happened?
Of course it's happened, but it doesn't happen very often.
Has there ever been a case where they figure out the real murderer while they're on the witness stand?
I'm sure there has, but mostly it happens in Perry Mason. Do you even know who Perry Mason is?
I know the name. Please explain for my young, stupid, millennial/Gen Z mind.
Perry Mason was he was a fictional attorney, and he was on TV, and every single episode of Perry Mason, he puts a person who's the actual murderer or the actual wrongdoer goes on the stand to testify against his defendant, only to confess on the stand. That's a Perry Mason moment.
And that's where kind of this trope came from?
Yes.
That's like it happened on Law and Order now, it happens.
It doesn't happen that much on the one when they actually confess, but it's literally called the Perry Mason moment when when the wrongdoer actually confesses.
And what about
on the stand?
I mean, I prefer Columbo. Just one more thing.
Yeah, well, that was another thing. Columbo was another character, another meme, as you guys would call it, right? He's a character. Became like a
Or he would just go, just one more thing. That's his.
Right. I just have one more thing to ask. Yes, he did. He came off as like, and he was stupid, but of course not.
Yeah, because weren't detectives before then portrayed as like, well, Sherlock, incredibly smart, always on the ball. Well, Columbo's kind of, it almost seems like he stumbled into everything.
Right, and that's his fake persona.
I mean, look at
Phoenix. I'm just a a regular dumb guy. I don't really know. He's his gumshoe, but on steroids.
Yeah, but now we have Phoenix, who is basically a detective. Let's be real.
Yeah, that's true.
And he's actually stumbles into everything.
That's true too.
Anyway, and what exactly was that?
I've forgotten.
Maybe you could try remembering?
No.
The meeting ended at 4 o'clock. The rehearsal was scheduled for 5. I would think it was between those times. You would think, come on, all you did was stay in the audience, Edward.
I was fatigued, so I had Tal take me.
Hold on, you had Sal take you? What does that mean?
It means what I just said. I had Sal take me in the Studio 2 van.
Oh, right. 15-minute break. And what were you doing during that time?
Don't hit your desk. It irritates me.
Yeah, Mr. Wright. Oh, oops.
It It was a 15-minute break.
The most useless press. You have someone who can verify this.
Sal?
No, I mean someone else.
One person is enough.
She committed murder during that break. She wouldn't have had time to eat a T-bone steak. Have evidence she's proved she didn't eat the steak.
Will Nick find anything?
Kind of wish she'd said a little more.
It's hard. I think she's pretty used to being the boss. But I'm sure you'll find some kind of contradiction in what she said somewhere.
So do we have any evidence she didn't eat a T-bone steak?
Well, I think my concern... The steak had... Well, the sleeping pills were in the steak, but was it in a different place?
Well, the sleeping pills were used to direct cameras.
Right.
But everyone ate a T-bone steak. Everyone ate the same T-bone steak.
Right. So...
Like, this is a T-bone steak everyone ate.
Yes.
This one's kind of hard because we didn't actually check during the investigation.
Well, show it to her. See what she says.
Well, this is the actual one you gotta do.
Objection!
If you recall. Ha! As I thought. She's used to being the boss, you say. Tell her you want the truth.
Yes.
You claim you ate a T-bone steak? But I say you did not.
What's this now, Miss Wright?
Look at this.
It's a plate?
This plate was on the table in the employee area. As you can see, a large bone has been left behind. Mr. Wright, need I remind you, it was a T-bone steak? Exactly my point. Remember, if you will, Miss Vasquez and Mr. Manella ate at a table outside the trailer. Yet there were no bones left on the plates. The plates were bare. Miss Vasquez? Tell me, how can a person eat a T-bone steak? And not leave the bone. I think I know how.
Didn't eat the steak.
That's right, you ate the bone too! You ate the bone too!
Nick, are you sure? I mean, I love steak, but I don't even I don't eat the bone.
I don't eat it either.
Miss Wright? I too leave the bone.
Can I try that again? I think I know how. You ate a boneless steak. Elementary, you're eating a boneless steak.
Mr. Wright, say you were right. What would that prove?
Right, Your Honor.
Nick, remember her testimony. She said she ate a T-bone steak.
I love...
She said bone.
I know I'm not going... Correct, I was testing you.
Yeah, sure, Nick.
Sorry, can I try that one more time? Okay, so that was me just being silly, but the question is, in a real court, and someone, like, is doing these weird antics in court, like making silly mistakes.
Uh-huh.
Well, how would a judge actually act? Would they be like, okay, you can guess one more time?
This would never happen. I'm sorry. This kind of thing just does not happen.
Where they
When we ask like really stupid questions like that, I can't even imagine a context where it would be that.
where you would be
different.
arguing over whether the bone's in a steak?
Right. I can't imagine it would be that stupid.
You didn't eat any steak during the break. You took your steak and threw it somewhere, like the incinerator.
Huh.
I see. And what would Miss Vasquez doing during a break?
I mean, that's the idea. Not that you didn't eat a steak, but the fact that
That she left.
that clearly she didn't, because she didn't eat a steak, she was clearly doing something else.
Right.
Isn't it obvious, Your Honor? She was.
Meeting with Sam Stone.
She was meeting with the Steel Samurai.
Laura, I will say.
Yes, Your Honor.
Phoenix turned into you for a second. Yes, Your Honor.
Oh, sorry.
As Miss Vasquez left her... I'm just gonna call her Vasquez because I'm having to actively... Vasquez is my instinct. As Miss Vasquez left the trailer to eat her steak, she ran into the steel samurai. And then you did it. You killed him with your own hand. Phoenix is just that excited. Mr. Wright, isn't that a little presumptuous? Objection! What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, Wright?
Let him claim what he wants. You say I did it.
Yes.
Fascinating. And here I was worrying that today was going to be as boring as all the rest. Very well. Let's have a battle of wits, you and I.
Any day, Vasquez.
Good luck, Nick. Let's see. What was that murder weapon again? Oh yes, the samurai spear.
Yes?
I am, as you can see, a woman of petite stature. How could I possibly use that heavy spear as a weapon? I think you say you think she could.
Did your mom practice law in Japan? Because it's way different.
I do not practice law in Japan, and it is way different. You are quite correct.
Hello, NM John. Nice to see you.
It is like not anywhere near this is what we do here.
Let me drop my controller.
Way different.
Wild Arms 3. I don't know that game, but I hope you are enjoying it. I'm taking page from Manzai Man's book and going to Japan soon.
Yay!
Hopefully I will have no first-hand experience with the justice system there.
You do not want experience with a justice system. I hear it's not particularly a good justice system.
I don't think you want experience with the justice system anywhere, technically.
That's true, actually.
Anyway, do you think she could have held the weapon?
I think she could.
You sure?
I do.
You sure? It's not impossible. Maybe it's not impossible, but...
Silence. I'm speaking. The victim was stabbed in the chest from the front, yes? I believe it would indicate that the victim was aware of the killer's presence. Now, the steel convoy striking is quite light and mobile. Compared to the victim, I am weaker and slower. I couldn't possibly win such a fight. Not to mention, there's proof I did not have the spear. The photograph of the steel samurai shows the victim himself was holding it.
I may have to lurk a bit. I've been meaning to play these games and I'm trying to avoid spoilers. Perfectly understandable. Perfectly understandable. I am in the same boat there. I've had to flat out miss certain streams because I didn't want to be spoiled. If you want to just hang out, you can mute the stream or just lurk. But yeah.
Or do you need to suggest I could have wrestled it away from him?
Yeah, take that, right? If you still think she did it, show us proof.
Hey, Nick. Look at the data we have on the samurai spears in the court record. Isn't there something in there that gets to you?
Something not about the samurai spear. Wait. Something will happen with Wright? Sorry, Your Honor. I'd like to take back my previous claim. Very well, I will help you to your claim. I'm afraid I will have to penalize you. What's this? You're taking back your claim? Let's backtrack for a moment. I want to consider whether the witness could have used the samurai spear or not. However, that has no bearing on this case.
Meaning?
The samurai spear was not the murder weapon.
What?
What is the meaning of this? The spear was found lying next to the victim's body? I have proof, Your Honor. I can prove the samurai spear was not used to the murder weapon. Look at the samurai spear.
It's been prepared with duct tape.
Take that! I present to you my proof, the so-called murder weapon. But that is the murder weapon. Not so fast. Remember that the spear broke during the morning action scene run-through. The but someone fixed the spear. It was the security lady. He fixed it with duct tape. Now tell me, how is it possible for someone to stab a man wearing a thick costume with this? Through the chest. Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? Think about what you're...
Silence. I'm the one who's testifying here, and I will be heard. Are you quite sane? Are you even aware of what you're saying? If the samurai spear was not the murder weapon, then pray tell me what was. How was Hammer killed?
That's right, because the weapon was that you killed Hammer. Can you think of how Hammer actually died?
No, but he won't.
Okay, he will. Would I make a claim like this if I couldn't tell you what the weapon was? Radio confidence can sometimes be unfounded, Mr. Wright. This is also one of the reasons why I sometimes purposely make mistakes, because this is kind of his reputation at this point.
That's true.
If I just did everything perfectly, this would be a really weird line.
That's true.
Very well, let's see this weapon then. Well, let's look at the whole court record, shall we? So, do you think he killed him with an attorney's
No.
autopsy report give any hints?
Spear.
You can look at this. Anything here?
Well, that one he has is in duct tape.
No, it's duct taped. His hand is probably just covered in duct tape. Guide map. Spear, obviously we can't be the murder.
Right.
Perhaps he lifted up Mr. Monkey.
I don't think so.
Perhaps he paper cut.
I don't think so.
Perhaps he took out the wires of the camera.
I don't think so. Oh, that's why. Look at the 5-year-old in the photo. Take that!
Look at this photo.
What is this? Why, that's Jack Hammer standing on top of the stairs. Order, order. Now I've ordered the trial will be suspended. Mr. Wright, it's all about.
This photograph is from 5 years ago. There was an unfortunate accident at Global Studios. This is a photo of that very accident. Not a word of this was leaked to the outside. It was a close-kept secret at the studio. What does this have to do with the current case? Mr. Edgeworth, still can't see it? See the fallen man in this photo? See how the fence post pierced him through the chest?
What are you saying?
Yes. What happened 5 years ago has happened again.
Oh,
Mr. Wright, continue.
2:30 p.m. on the day of the murder. Miss D. Vasquez meets Jack Hammer outside the Studio 2 trailer. Then she did it. She pushed Mr. Hammer off the stairs onto the fence. Just like Mr. Hammer had himself done 5 years ago. So whether she did it on purpose or by accident, I cannot say.
In other words, the victim, Mr. Hammer, he died in the same way that caused another man to die. 5 years ago.
Precisely. Ironic, isn't it?
oh, very creative, Mr. Wright. I could use a man like you on my script writing staff.
You deny what I say is true?
Mr. Wright, let's say for the sake of argument that Hammer died at the trailer as you say. Yet the body was found at Studio 1, was it not? And in the evil magistrate's costume, no less.
One moment. Well, give me one moment. Sorry about that.
And and are you then claiming that I carried the body to Studio One and returned to the trailer in all the space of a 15-minute break? How could I have disposed of the body?
The break in the meeting at the trailer lasted for 15 minutes, from 2:30 to 2:45. The projector camera had been pushed off the stairs to his deck, then carried to Studio One and placed inside his costume. There wasn't enough time. Indeed. Well, Miss Wright, how you have dealt with the body? Look at the court record again.
Well, she said to use the van. They were in the van, so that's what I would try.
What if you had another way to carry the body other than with her own hands?
For instance?
Actually, for that matter, there was no need for her to do the deed in 15 minutes. And there was a way for you to carry that body.
Interesting. Let's hear it then.
Mr. Wright, please show us how he could carry the body. Take that! Miss Vasquez, you carried the body to Studio One, and you used the studio van to do it. Recall your testimony.
There was the rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio One. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. There was a van there, right? I had Sal drive me.
Use the van to carry the body to Studio One. Then, before everyone else got there, you put the body into the evil magistrate costume. Into the magistrate costume. Give me one moment, please. We're gonna do a quick be right back. Just give me a moment. I don't want to talk about it.
This is crazy.
It's
We
insane.
live in a crazy house.
I don't want to talk about it.
Crazy house. Go ahead.
If you're curious, like, message me on Discord.
It's crazy. Oh my god.
Can we talk? Oh,
We
you
can
know
talk
what?
about it.
Fine.
We can talk about it.
Yeah,
So-
okay. So we're doing the stream. We're playing the game, and I hear some paper crinkling behind me. So my grandmother, Manzai Graham,
Who was 94.
comes in and has left a note. So I'm trying to ignore it, and like my mother's like, "Come on, we'll just check it afterwards." But it's really bothering me because she's never left a note before. So I eventually pause and go to check what the note says, and I look on the back and it's just the scratchings that just say I need help.
The note says I need help.
So I'm
Being a freaking right event.
So I'm freaking out. It says I need help. So I'm like, we gotta go BRB. This must be serious. She's never let a note before. She's usually asleep at this point. What's going on?
The carpet had moved. That's what was wrong. The carpet had moved.
The little shelf at the edge of the bed had moved off the carpet, and she wanted us to put it back onto the carpet.
I just like, oh my god, yes. She has like a
She had like a little
it's
a little chest, I guess.
no, it's a cedar chest is what it is, and that's on wheels. Somehow it pushed the carpet back, and that had to be fixed immediately. I need help. I'm losing my mind.
I need help. It's a terrifying message because she didn't write it neatly, I should say. She wrote it as if it was like a dying message.
On the back of
On the back of a filthy piece of paper covered in phone numbers, as if she was writing it in a hurry. She had to write it quickly. She had no time.
Keep make this crap up. I'm telling you. Okay, let's keep going. I just can't even do it.
Give me a moment.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's ominous. Hold on. Do we still have that paper? Give me a moment. No. I'm posting a picture of this in the Discord.
It's right here.
I'm posting a picture of this in the Discord.
Okay.
I'm posting a picture. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
I'll post the Discord again.
Unbelievable.
I'll post this in the Discord again. If you want to see, you need to go. If you don't see any channels, go to the rules and just agree that you want to see the channels, and then you'll be able to. This is insanity. I will be posting it in IRL photos. Look at this!
It's ridiculous. Okay, can we finish the game now? Oh my god.
I'm sorry if that put the mic.
Yeah, there are equations on. I don't know what the equations came from either.
With the equations on there too. Yeah, we have no equations on.
Unbelievable. Can we just finish the game?
Yeah, no, I need, yeah. I'm sorry. This is just, who are you texting? Are you telling someone
No,
about
nobody yet.
We're just about to mention the equations. Okay. You know what, actually, you know what, just in case you're watching the VOD, give real quick, you know, just for posterity. Save image. We'll save this in Team Images. We'll go here.
Can't make this up. Oh, goodness.
Give me one moment. I'm gonna put this. I'm gonna call it ransom note.
Okay.
I can't. I'm sorry.
Let's just go.
I know.
But it's like, oh my god.
I know. I can't just.
Can't make this up.
I can't just go over. I just want to post it in case anyone's watching the VOD or isn't part of Discord.
You can't make this up.
Where is it? H-I-J-K-A-E-F. There it is.
And just adding numbers up too. Goodness, what they want.
Why is it so giant?
Anyway, just.
Give me a second. Please. Just no.
You can get rid of me. We just finish the game, please?
I gotta put it on. I'm already this way. Just to post this incredible, like, coffee covered, to no covered in. I need help. I need help. You know what? You know what? I'm gonna keep this here specifically.
No,
so
just get it off. Come on.
No. I know.
Forward,
I know. All right.
Okay.
She
Hold on, Mr.
felt
Wright.
left out, so she made her own mystery tonight. Okay.
That's what she did, for sure.
All right. That was a weird side tangent, but
yeah,
that was
very
really funny. I'm sorry. Don't forget, it was Salmonella that drove the van. Are you suggesting that Mr. Manila was a conspirator?
I think he was, actually.
Of course Salmonella has to have been a conspirator. The body had to be placed in the van and put into the costume. There was no way Miss Vasquez could have done that alone. Also, don't forget they had to dispose of the Steel Samurai costume. They had to because it was covered in Mr. Hammer's blood. They probably burned it in that small incinerator. Wouldn't that have left a lot of residue?
Yeah, I think so.
That's not a big incinerator, and that's a very big costume.
Well,
Could they have burnt it in 15 minutes?
no. I couldn't have burned it in 15 minutes, but they had until they found the body to get it burned, so.
Shall I continue?
No need. You're smarter than you look, Mr. Wright. I lose, you win. It was fun.
I win? So what happens next? Don't me? Don't you have anything to say?
What would you like me to say?
Huh? I lost? Something like that?
I just said that.
Wait, so you mean D. Vasquez? So it was you? You killed Jack Hammer?
Who can say?
Huh?
Are you sure I did? Mr. Wright, we just engaged in a battle of wits. In the result of that battle, you proved the possibility that I murdered Hammer.
Right.
But that is only a possibility. Proof is another thing altogether. You lack decisive proof, Mr. Wright.
What? What?
Well, in the American justice system, he just needs reasonable doubt, and he just got that. But of course, this.
I mean, there was reasonable doubt at the beginning of today.
I know, but this isn't reasonable justice. This isn't the American justice system. So.
Mr. Edward, your thoughts? Of course, it's as the witness says. Personally, it does seem very likely she did it, but, there's no proof. Sure.
Well, I came here as a witness today. If you've got no more questions, I'll be leaving.
What do I do now?
Ask her to testify now. That's a good idea.
I'd like you to testify again. Testify again?
No one could give up, Mr. Wright. Think about it. Even if I were to testify again, what's the point? I can only say what I said before. The truth, Mr. Wright. I've already said all there is to say. What would happen if I said it again? You'd ask the same questions, get the same answers. A waste of time.
Damn! Come so far only to fail. Seems there are no further questions. I would like to end this program. Doing my line now. I would like to end the cross-examination of the witness, Ms. Vasquez. Sorry, Your Lordship, I'm still a bit flustered, like... Can't stop laughing, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, it is just...
Objection!
Yes, Mr. Edgeworth? I I was hoping to come up with a question while I was objecting, Your Honor. I didn't. So what would a judge say to an objection like that?
They'd laugh. I've had that's happened. When somebody says objection, just what's the basis of objection? They go, I don't really know. I just objected.
And the judge is just like, okay, you know what? That was stupid but funny.
Yeah.
Does the judge just let it go through? Or?
Usual, a normal judge. If it's a jerk, maybe not, but most judges get it.
I see. Very well.
Objection!
Your Honor, I request the witness testify again.
You are the prosecutor, are you not? Why are you badgering me? I'm your witness.
Just want to hear your testimony.
This doesn't make any sense to you, Your Honor. I don't see that I have anything to gain by repeating the last several minutes.
That's very well. I can see a little point in making this last bit. Repeat yourself. What exactly do you want her to testify about? Well, yes, indeed. Verily, I say. Ergo. Fun fact. Fun fact. Because of this line, it's the it's the reason why starting in high school I started using the word indeed a little. Did you ever notice that?
No, I didn't, but indeed is right. Okay.
I want to say. Now you're taking my line.
Yeah.
Want to hear about what they happened after they found the body. So they found the body. Now I'm taking your lights. Give me one moment, Ma, please. Let me just gather myself, okay? Just one moment.
You both.
No, seriously.
No, seriously, just keep going.
I need to gather myself, genuinely. Very well. The witness will testify to the court concerning this matter.
Nick! Why did Edward?
Who knows? He probably realized she did it too. So, as much as you just like Edward, how do you feel about a prosecutor?
No, he's definitely like evolved in this episode than he did last.
Yeah, but here's the question. Isn't this going a bit too far in the other direction? His job as a prosecutor is to prosecute, not start accusing someone else.
And that's true. It's just that, I mean, the whole system is not normal. So I understand why you would do that in this context, though, because you know what? It's the only chance he really has to question her. Otherwise, he's never going to talk to her again. So
they can't press charges on her afterwards?
Yeah, but you want to be able to question her. So this is an opportunity he has to talk to her. But wasn't he the one that said he always gets a guilty verdict? After all that.
Edgeworth.
I was with Sal and Oldbag, the security lady, when we found the body. The assistant was there too. Only Powers was absent. I immediately called the police. Then Powers showed up. The security lady, Oldbag, was quite agitated, pointing at Powers, saying he did it. I asked to be left out of the proceedings. I went back to the trailer to get my script and directions. Then I went home.
I see no issues raised by the testimony. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination.
Okay, Nick, we're close, real close. She may be acting tough now, but if you put her on the spot, she's sure to falter. Find the key you need to twist the truth out of her, Nick.
Right. Also, do you notice the music?
Yes.
Hold it!
What time was that? We were to meet at... Oh, that's you.
We were to meet at 5 for the rehearsal. So I'd say it was then.
When exactly did you and Mr. Manella arrive at the studio?
About 10 minutes before. I wasn't stuffing any bodies into costumes, mind you. Press order.
Where were the other employees when you got to the studio?
They weren't there yet.
Well, you could have put the camera in a costume with Salmonella's help.
Oh? What did I just say? Did I not just say I wasn't stuffing any bodies into any costumes? You should try to listen to what people are saying, boy.
Boy? How old is he, Vasco? 34. Not too much older than me, actually. How is he younger than her?
Well, he's just disgusting.
Penny is 18?
Yeah, she's a kid. We knew that.
Cody's 7. Jack was 37. I love we don't know her age. This shocks me.
That's ridiculous, though. There's no way he's 23. Somebody made that up.
And she was my age.
Yeah.
That freaks me out so much. Have you ever... The witness will continue her testimony. That's my line.
The assistant was there.
Mr. Powers was taking a nap, correct?
So he says,
Did no one go to call him?
remember,
Remember what?
there was a dead body lying in front of us. You expect me to be calm?
You certainly seemed calm when I accused you of murder. Will's younger than Phoenix. Yep. Wait a second. Wouldn't that be the other way around?
The other way around?
You discovered a murdered body, and one person was missing, right? Wouldn't you normally go looking for the missing person? To agree with the defense in this one, in this round case.
Logically speaking, perhaps. No one was thinking very logically, I assure you. Also, without his steel samurai costume, Powers really doesn't stand out. We often left him across from the shooting location. No one noticed he was missing.
Or Powers. But I suppose that explains that. Very well, Miss Vasquez. You may continue.
I immediately called the police, then Powers showed up.
What was everyone else doing at that time?
No one said a thing. It was silent, completely silent. So we stood there until Powers finally arrived on the scene. Sorry I'm late. Then silence, dead silence. Silence. Hey, Nick. Why is everyone so quiet? Someone should do something to lighten things up. The security lady was agitated.
Old back security lady. Why did the security lady think Powers had done it?
She said because she saw him going towards the studio.
Right, the Steel Samurai. The detective arrests Mr. Power based solely on the security lady's word?
Perhaps not. She seems to have also given the detective a fact photograph. Of course, I've heard all of this after the fact.
That photograph, meaning the one taken by the security camera.
She's not known for giving the best sense of judgment when it comes to Hamlet.
I don't think there's anything in there I can use. You asked to be left out?
Yes. Seems that everyone else was questioned, and I'm really not fond of that sort of thing.
But you can't just decide who the police will and won't question.
Thankfully, the studio thinks otherwise. They were nice enough to understand that since we were in a meeting, there was no way we could have been involved. Thus, they covered for us.
Covered for you or covered it up for you? Must have been a lot riding on it with all those bigwigs at the meeting. Sure, her professionals convinced everyone that they didn't require questioning.
I went back to the family.
What was that?
She says.
Yeah. Oh, script in your direction notes?
Yes, they're quite valuable. It wouldn't do to have them stolen.
No, I guess not. Wait a second. I thought you came to Studio 1 for a rehearsal. Why didn't you bring your script and notes?
Well, I was under the impression that we wouldn't be able to rehearse anything.
Why?
There was a murder, after all. Who would think of rehearsing after that?
Oh yeah, I guess.
Very well, Miss Vasquez. Please continue.
Objection!
Your Honor, I have an objection to the witness's last statement.
Was somebody...
Huh? Think. Miss Vasquez said she didn't bring the script because there wouldn't be a rehearsal. Don't you see what that means? She would have had to know about the murder before going to Studio One. She knew the murder happened before she left the script.
That's for sure.
Order, Mr. Edgeworth. So I've just said, is a reasonable observation. However, I find hard to understand why the prosecutor would make such a move. Or you think of a career change in defense? I appreciate the concern, Your Honor. I will stand by my statement, however, regardless of how the court sees my role here. Now, Miss Vasquez, do you have an explanation? I can't believe Edwards is helping me.
The prosecution is in cahoots with the defense. What court is this? No matter. I think you misunderstood me. I had perfectly good reason to believe there would be no rehearsal.
Change your testimony to reflect this reason.
I knew that Hammer was injured and couldn't do any action scenes, so I left him behind.
Hold it!
How did you know about the injury?
How did I know? Seth. He told me.
Sound director.
You have to find something to peg this on her here. Or everything we've done up till now will have been wasted. I believe in you, Nick. Go get him.
Do you see the contradiction?
Yeah.
What?
Sal wasn't there either, he said.
No, Sal was there. Hammer was injured, right?
Right. And he wasn't.
Was he injured? Who was the one who was injured?
Oh yeah, it was the other one that was. It was no, it was Will. It was the other guy, Will Powers.
Objection!
You knew that Hammer was injured? Don't you think that's a little funny? I mean, it was the Steel Samurai who was injured. It was Will Powers.
What?
Mr. Wright, explain yourself.
Yes, Mr. Hammer is dragging his leg in the photo. But that's because he's pretending to be Mr. Powers.
Pretending.
One person was injured in the run-through that morning. That person was Mr. Powers, not Mr. Hammer. Now, why do you think it was Mr. Hammer who was injured?
I already said it was Sal who told me. That's right. He must have gotten it wrong.
I think not. Mr. Mennel was at the run-through that morning. He would have known it was Mr. Powers who was injured if he saw it happen. Why would he tell you the wrong person? Miss Vasquez. Actually, you didn't hear anything from Mr. Hammer. You saw Mr. Hammer limping with your own eyes.
Yes, but Mr. Powers was injured.
Yes, but remember, Mr. Hammer was dragging his leg too. He was pretending to be Mr. Powers. And when was he doing this?
Well, after he put on the Steel Samurai.
He went to Studio 2 where he was murdered. Exactly. Miss Vasquez, you met him, didn't you? You saw the Steel Samurai limping. And Mr. Hammer was in the Steel Samurai suit. That's why you were confused. That's why you thought it was Mr. Hammer who had been injured that morning.
Order, I will have order.
Witness. Can you refute this claim? Yeah, let's see. Sneak out of this one, Vasquez.
Very well. I have a question for you.
Why are the real killers always so persistent?
Why in the world would I want Mr. Hammer dead? Yes, he'd fallen at hard times, but he was a star. I had nothing to gain from his death. Nothing.
Yes, you would need a motive. Why would you have killed the victim? Peter's cool. Doesn't have anything to say on the matter? In other words, can you prove she had a motive?
Yes, no.
Okay, I have proof and I'll show it to you. I present to court evidence as to Miss Vasquez's motive in this murder.
Goes back to that picture.
Take that!
This is my proof. This is photograph. The photo reveals the motive in this murder. I'm right, aren't I, Miss Vasquez? 5 years ago, Mr. Hammer was at the height of his fame. With Dee Vasquez's help, a terrible accident was swept under the carpet. Ladies and gentlemen, the case currently up for trial began on that day 5 years ago. Ironically enough, the accident precipitated Mr. Hammer's fall. His fall from stardom. Skills weighed him down, no doubt. However, you, Dee Vasquez, used Mr. Hammer. You made him work for you for petty change. It's a perfect day in Mr. Hammer's last role as the evil magistrate.
Yes.
Yes, undoubtedly, it was a constant source of shame for the ex-star.
One moment, Mr. Wright. We're talking about motives here, yet you have only talked about Mr. Hammer. It almost seems as if it was Mr. Hammer who had killed Dee Vasquez, not the other way around. What motive does Miss Vasquez have?
Yes, that's right. According to what you say, I would have had no reason to kill Hammer. He was a good source of income for me. And I never get rid of useful men. That's a policy of mine.
Mr. Wright, explain Miss Vasquez's motive for murder.
Is there a motive?
I think so.
Are you sure? Think about this. Did she have a reason to kill him?
I guess not, but she did kill him, so try that.
She had no motive, Your Honor.
What's that?
It was Mr. Hammer who was out for blood. All that Miss Vasquez did was push him off the stairs in self-defense.
What's that now?
It's simple. Mr. Hammer was intending to kill Miss Vasquez.
What? What?
Your Honor. Jack Hammer drugged Mr. Powers with sleeping pills. Jack Hammer snuck into the dressing room and stole the steel samurai costume. Jack Hammer wore the costume to fool the security lady into thinking he was Powers. Then Jack Hammer made his way to the trailer. And for what purpose, you ask? To kill Dee Vasquez, who had so cruelly taken advantage of him all those years.
What a face.
She broke her pipe! That is one of the most subdued breakdown animations in the whole series. Remember the first breakdown animation? He throws his toupee and then has a seizure?
True.
Second one, he bangs his head on the table and screams.
True.
She just breaks a pipe.
True. Yes. I am guilty. It was me. Someone call an ambulance. There's blood everywhere. We're too late. Ah, Miss Vasquez. What? What happened here? Manuel fell from the trailer stair. Manuel. Miss Vasquez, please try to remain calm. No, how could this? It was an accident. Mr. Hammer was doing an action scene and... No, Manuel. Don't touch him, Miss Vasquez. No. Please don't die. Please. Congratulations, Mr. Wright. I lose again.
It seems like Manuel or however you pronounce it was quite important to her. She lost him.
I think so too.
It's a sad story in the end.
Yeah, it is.
Mr. Edward with Dee Vasquez. In the waiting room, Your Honor, as calm and collected as ever.
I see. So what would her punishment be in this case?
Well, self-defense is self-defense.
Well, self-defense is self-defense, but she hit the body,
Well, yeah.
changed the crime scene.
Yeah, I mean, you can definitely charge with, mistreating the body and obstructing evidence and stuff.
But do you think she'll be in jail for too long?
No.
What about Sal? I think, despite how gross he is, he's done even less.
Well, no, but he
He's a corroborator, but
he conspired with her to hide the evidence.
how long would he be in jail for? Maybe
I don't know, not that long. I mean, it's not. I mean,
like 7 years, 2 years,
no,
1 year.
2 to 3 years, I'd say, the most.
I see. I mean, Sal would probably be out in a year because he didn't even do the deed.
Yeah, it kind of depends, honestly. I mean, whether he has history and stuff. You know.
I don't want to know about Sal's criminal history, to be honest.
Really.
Yes, Your Honor. Have you wrote a bit about another miracle? Did we beat Chapter 3? We just did. Yes. You. Thank you, Your Honor. I think not, Your Honor. Wright Powers was innocent. And he should be found so as only natural, not a miracle. Yes, you're right. Very well. This court finds it said, Mr. Will Powers. Not guilty. Good luck on Chapter 4. So we'll talk about that after we finish up this case, because there's a bit of an announcement that we got to talk about. But yeah, we'll talk about that. That is all. The court is adjourned. I don't know what to say. Thank you so much. I'm just glad you're okay. Yes, but it's sad. I know now that Mr. Hammer stole my costume. Pat knows that he wanted to kill Miss Vasquez, but to think he tried to frame me for the murder makes me sad. Tell me why, Mr. Wright. It ain't nothing but a heartache. Tell me why it ain't nothing but a mistake. Tell me why I never want to hear you say, I want it that way. What's that one? Huh? Tell me. Why did Mr. Hammer want to blame me? Yeah. Here's why. Mr. Hammer wanted to put the blame on you because you only have one shot at this. There's only one proper answer you can't even say right now.
No. Yeah.
Take that! It's because you were the Steel Samurai. Because I was the Steel Samurai? Mr. Hammer was a big star once. He was reduced to acting on a kids show, and as the villain to boot. Kids love the Steel Samurai, and so he hated you. I think I understand. He could have just told me. I would have changed places with him at any time. I think you're missing the point. Thank you. I'm just glad it's all over. So am I, so am I.
Congratulations, WP.
You're gonna call. Oh. Thanks to you, I'll be able to don the Steel Samurai outfit once more. I can't wait to get back into that sweaty costume and... Is something wrong?
No, of course not. Nick, Edgeworth.
Here we have a line that a lot of people misinterpret, I believe. I don't want to get into any shipping wars, but there's a line coming up that a lot of people like to claim means something else than it actually does.
Okay, and it is?
You'll see. Say something right. I'm not good at small talk. Huh? What? That was too bad, Edgeworth! You don't waste any time gloating, do you? No, I really want to thank you. Vasquez would have gotten away if you hadn't stepped in. Pleased to meet you, at Powers. Edgeworth, I'm a big fan of your work, Mr. Powers. Liar! Right? I must say, I didn't expect to meet you again after all these years.
Meet again?
However, in retrospect, it would have been better had we not met. Thanks to you, I'm saddled with unnecessary feelings. It's this line.
Yeah.
You snickered. As soon as you saw it, you knew exactly what...
Yes, that's what people are saying. Okay.
Hey, Queen Graves! I gotta give you a shout out too. I know. I just got... Come on. One of these days, once we get enough viewers, I might see if I can get a mod. to do these things for me. Thanks to you, I am saddled with unnecessary feelings. Unnecessary feelings? Yes, unease and uncertainty. Aren't those kind of necessary? They only serve to get in my way. You listen to me, Phoenix Wright. Don't ever show your face in front of me again. That is what I came here to tell you. Mr. Wright, was that guy your friend?
What? Friends? As if. They're rivals, right, Nick?
For now we are, I guess.
Huh? Why do I get the feeling I'm missing something?
I'm glad I could catch the thrilling conclusion of the chapter. I'm glad you were able to catch the thrilling conclusion of the chapter.
Come on, Nick, tell me. What's the deal with you and Edgeworth?
And so the curtain closed on another trial. I caused quite a stir by revealing that accident from 5 years ago. It was the talk of the town. Thankfully, Global Studios rethought its programming change. Okay, now we know this is fiction. They went back to making kids shows again.
Big princess. Nick, this is it. The new show starts today. You're going to watch it with me, right?
I'll admit, I was kind of surprised. I didn't think they'd seriously go through with it. So did Sam have to jail time if he was able to make this thing he was inspired?
Probably not. You have to go buy trading cards too, okay? You have to trade with Cody and that assistant.
Fine. I'll do it.
Isn't it great that WP gets to play the lead again?
Oh, I forgot. So WP's in that... Willpower's in that outfit.
The pink princess. Oh,
That's amazing.
I wonder if they'll show his real face this time.
That's amazing. I don't know. I don't think we'll be ready for the real Willpower.
Right.
The end. So to be honest, that was still a rather short stream.
He absolutely can be a princess if he wants to be.
Yes, of course. No, I wasn't saying he couldn't be. Far from it. Far from it.
This was how many years ago did they do this?
It's like Phoenix and Edward can be friends if they want to be.
Yes.
But anyway, so weirdly enough, that was a rather short stream considering we basically had a good 30-minute interruption.
No, it wasn't 30.
If we combine the opening, the rather long opening we had, and the 15-minute side thing that happened, that was about 30 minutes, I'd say.
Maybe. All I know is it's crazy.
But anyway,
first of all, I want to thank all you guys for coming by and listening to our crazy household we live in.
Yeah, it was insanity. For those of you who weren't here, check out the VOD.
It's ridiculous.
It was crazy today. But for now, let me save. Then let's start to look for someone to raid. Oh wait, no, not yet. Not yet. Let's go to the ending. So before we wrap up, well, I'm gonna play this song and look for someone to raid. So, I didn't really formally announce this, but I am going to Japan in about 2 weeks. I'm going to Japan in about 2 weeks. And I will not really have access, or I don't know how good my Japanese, I don't really know how good my Wi-Fi is going to be. Once I'm in my apartment, which will be in April, I will have very good Wi-Fi. I can connect directly to the modem. But I'm going to be staying in a share house for about a month. This means I will likely not be able to stream. Now, I don't want to start a new case and have to stop, do a month-long hiatus in the middle of the case. So there will not be any Ace Attorney streams next week or the week after. And they will resume on April 2nd. Not April. Would it be April 2nd? On April 2nd. or some other day, because I need to figure out what day it is. Schedule might change. Check out my Discord for updates. Keep on my Discord for updates so you know what's going on. But yeah. Hope you catch you again before you trip out to the Nihon. Absolutely. And even if you don't, I'm gonna be streaming again I'm gonna try my hardest to stream in April. And there's definitely, there are ways. I did it before. But either way, let's find someone to raid. Outside of that, I gotta change this, I guess. Outside of that, I mean, I'll be popping into your streams when I can. Gwen. But all that aside, let's see who is currently, thank you. Thanks to all of you who came, genuinely. It was lovely having you all. There was a lot of craziness. Normally I try to go for the same games I usually play. But I don't really want to raid into Ace Attorney because some of you have not played all of Ace Attorney, so I don't want to spoil things, especially if you're following along with this stream. Let's see. Let's look around. Mega Man. I mean, I still need to finish streaming the third game. Absolutely. Let's just do this individual for now. I don't know if this person's good or bad, but let's see how Time Travel Astronaut's doing. Have a good night, Manzai Man and Manzai Mom. Okay, never mind. I can't raid this person because they've disabled raids. Choice number 2. Shimmering Ashley, sure. Please, you. Can you do raids? Raid. There we go. Got a big old raid. Alright. There we go.